open.
Steve, is there precedent in this situation here, other states, in terms of trying to achieve action for individuals who've been detained in this matter?
I'll defer to Briana for that.
There's a variety of legal action going on around the country in response to what are increasingly arbitrary and unlawful detention practices by the administration.
Do you have any examples of ones that have been successful? Or are they just all pending at this point?
So there have been numerous successful efforts to respond to the increasingly arbitrary detention practices. For example, the ACLU has responded successfully to a roundup of Iraqi nationals that occurred over the summer, affecting people who had been living, reporting to ICE regularly for many, many years. There have been similar cases involving Indonesians, for example, up in Boston. There have been numerous successful efforts in cases that are in many ways similar to this one. They involve people coming, attempting to come out of the shadows, people complying with their obligations under the law, and then suddenly having the rug unexpectedly stripped out from under them.
Sorry, I just have you talked about
It was the same, is this for?
Louis.
Before we move the mics, can I just do a follow-up? Can you explain why is it unconstitutional? Why is the government not doing exactly what they're supposed to do if she has a deportation order dating back 16 years?
Sure, it's unconstitutional for a couple of reasons. First, detention complies with due process only when it's reasonably related to the government's purposes, which are to prevent flight and to protect the community. Here, there is no justification for detaining Lillian because she is not a flight risk and poses no danger to the community. Second, Lillian was following a process that the government itself created to allow people in her situation to come out of the shadows, petition for waivers that essentially pardon some of that old immigration order, or address that old immigration order and the unlawful presence in the United States, and seek to apply for her lawful permanent resident status. That's the process that Lillian and her family were trying to follow. There was no justification for the government coming in, interrupting that process, and detaining Lillian without giving her the opportunity to pursue her application for immigration relief, and without any justification that relates to the permissible purposes of detention, which are to protect the community and to prevent the flight of someone who might abscond.